everyone, and welcome to Live at 4.
It's Friday. Well done, Michael Bruno. It's been quite a week.
Yes, these two-day work weeks are just killers.
I was just going to say that, lucky duck.
I don't know if I could go on, but we will have a busy show today,
Yeah,
so let's get started. Stopping with the news today. With COVID cases on the rise again, some places are bringing back masks back. Is Dane County next? We'll find out.
Some unbelievable pictures coming out of Europe where torrential rain leads to disastrous flooding. We'll show you the situation in Germany where hundreds of people are missing.
And we're live at the Dane County Fair with the fabulous farm babe, Pam Yankee, sharing the sights, smells, and sounds on day 2.
She's our fairest of the fair.
Should be fun. Let's take a look outside. Nice day. Eventually, the sun came out.
Yeah.
The lilies are enjoying it.
Warm and dry weekend are the weather words, and Austin is out on the weather patio. Hi there.
Hello. You know, I've been squinting since I've gotten out here, but that just means we have a lot of actual sunshine overhead, and that's going to be here to stay for much of the rest of today. We're looking at mostly clear skies tonight as well, but taking a look outside at our temperatures, 79 degrees, a little bit warmer than yesterday at this time, but we're only talking a few degrees here and there. But as you can see, our heat index is about 80 degrees. The humidity is a little bit lower, so if we were seeing the humidity values cranked up, we would be talking about much higher heat indices. But thankfully, we're not talking about that so much here for today. Dew points are on the lower side of things. In fact, they've fallen over the last few hours. Now most of us are in the 50s with dew points, but our temperatures are still in the 70s, upper 70s and low 80s for most of us. So it's very close to average, but with the lower humidity, it actually does feel pretty great to be outside. Now notice how a lot of our dew points are in the 50s, but some communities out to our west and northwest, they're actually still seeing those slightly higher dew points. So there is still a little bit of some mugginess around the area here for some spots, but our Doppler track looks great. We are going to stay dry here for the remainder of today. The rain showers, they're still far down to our south, and they're moving away from us as of right now. And that is still the same system that affected us not too long ago and brought those strong to even severe storms through the area at times. But later on tonight, our temperatures will fall to around 56 degrees, mostly clear skies overhead, pleasant conditions. But how long can this last? We have a few rain chances to talk about in the extended forecast, and I'll detail that in a moment.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Austin. The latest COVID-19 outbreak in the U.S. is becoming a pandemic of the unvaccinated. That's according to the director of the CDC. Coronavirus cases, hospital admissions, and deaths nationwide all rose significantly over the last 7 days. Deaths were up 26%, and cases surged 70%. More than a third of those new cases come from states with low vaccination rates, including Florida, Missouri, Nevada, and Arkansas. A sharp increase in cases in Los Angeles County has prompted health officials there to reinstate an indoor mask mandate regardless of your vaccination status.
I don't like it. I'm vaccinated. I wish everybody else would get vaccinated.
Over 97% of people who are entering the hospital right now are unvaccinated.
President Biden says he's considering lifting the travel ban on Europe, and he posted a video of pop star Olivia Rodrigo and the nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, at the White House Thursday. They read tweets about the vaccine encouraging younger Americans to get a shot. 15 counties in the state of Wisconsin, including Dane, are still working through high levels of positive coronavirus cases, many caused by the Delta variant.
Our Talil Moladin asked local health experts if this means that mask orders could return here like they are out west. Talil?
This news actually affects everyone, vaccine or not, with cities like Los Angeles reinstating a mask mandate across the board. Health leaders in Madison say the virus is constantly mutating. They say getting vaccinated is still the best form of protection against all variants, even if it's not equally effective across the board. This means a future reinstatement of mask mandates in Dane County is not completely out of the question.
I'm not seeing that at the moment. I guess in the fall, we'll get a better sense of circulation of the virus. These decisions may often need to be made quickly because, you get 10 cases a day, and that doesn't mean 20 the next day. It means 100 the next day because of the way the virus multiplies. So,
Dr. Nasya Safdar did say that places with higher vaccination rates like Dane County at 67% fully vaccinated are in a better position than those with lower rates. But we don't live in a vacuum, so this may change. She also says we do have one big advantage against the fight with the coronavirus. With the research and the platforms for existing vaccines, we aren't starting from zero. We reached out to Dane County Public Health for information about a possible return of a mask mandate. They were unavailable for an interview, but in a statement to News 3, they did stress the importance of getting vaccinated.
Very important indeed, Tavil. Thank you. Catastrophic floods in Europe have killed more than 120 people. Days of heavy rain have destroyed homes and submerged communities.
Germany and Belgium are two of the hardest hit countries. Imitaz Tiab has the latest.
The scale of the disaster is unlike anything seen here in living memory. Entire neighborhoods now in ruins after days of heavy rains triggered flash flooding across large parts of northern Germany. Torrents of water so powerful it crushed much of what stood in its way. In Schuld, a once quiet and picturesque village, residents survey what's left.
Unwahrnehmbar irgendwie. Nicht wirklich.
With this man saying, "It's unreal. I can't believe what I'm seeing here." Dozens of people are dead, tens of thousands of homes are damaged, and power remains offline. All after the amount of rain that fell over a 48-hour period was double that of what normally would have fallen for the entire month of July. German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who's in Washington for meetings with President Biden, said, I grieve for those who have lost their lives in this disaster. A nation bracing itself for the worst after a disaster that shocked even climate scientists, including Ralph Toomey from the Imperial College of London.
We have manifestly one of the richest countries in the world being caught out, which is quite disturbing in the sense that it suggests that no one is really safe.
Neighboring countries like Belgium and the Netherlands have also been badly affected, with several villages still cut off by floodwaters and landslides.
Climate scientists have long been warning that global warming would lead to extreme weather like this. But when we consider what's happening in Central Europe and beyond, well, this is far exceeding their expectations. And the real fear now is that the worst is yet to come. Imitaz Tiab, CBS News, London.
Unbelievable pictures. Well, the man convicted of killing 20-year-old Molly Tibbetts is asking for a new trial. Christian Rivera was supposed to be sentenced to life in prison yesterday for the 2018 murder of the University of Iowa student. Instead, a judge is now considering new evidence. Rivera's defense attorney says 2 new witnesses claim a man confessed to killing Tibbetts after she was abducted while jogging on a rural road.
Molly Tibbetts was abducted for the purposes of sex trafficking. We have information that 3 people have vanished out of thin air in this small rural county.
After his arrest, Rivera led investigators to her body in a cornfield and told them he murdered Tibbetts. But at his trial in May, Rivera, a Mexican national, testified he was kidnapped at gunpoint by 2 men and forced to drive them to a rural road where he said they passed Tibbetts jogging. He claims a man got out of his car with a knife, stabbed Tibbetts to death, and put her body in the trunk. The judge said he expects to have a decision regarding the potential evidence by early next week.
Fair season is underway, and the Lafayette County Fair in Darlington is in full swing today. Today is Senior Citizen Day. There will be stock car racing, a combine demolition derby.
What?
Yeah, how about that? And school bus races. Randy Romansky visited southern Wisconsin today and stopped by the Lafayette County Fair to talk about the impact of the fair on the youth.
This is such a great opportunity for young people to show and take great pride in what they've done. You can just see the personal growth over the years as young people get more confident, more comfortable, and they're the future of Wisconsin agriculture.
Especially after what they went through last year with all the fairs canceled. And like Randy said, kids are very important. Children under 8 are free tomorrow and Sunday. Adults cost $10, and the fair runs through Sunday in Darlington.
Well, the Eiffel Tower in Paris reopened to the public today, and one man made the most of it. After months of COVID lockdowns, Eric Gopel popped the question to his girlfriend on the tower's top deck. With a panoramic view of Paris as the backdrop, Gopel, the 29-year-old from Germany, got down on one knee and placed a ring on the finger of his girlfriend, 25-year-old Katya. She accepted his proposal, and she then shed tears of happiness.
And my girlfriend, no, my wife, want to visit Paris all the time in your life, and I think it's beautiful place, and she ever remember this situation, and I hope she liked it.
I think she did. Eric and Katya were among the first visitors to the Eiffel Tower when it opened its doors today. After having been closed for over 8 months, its longest period out of action since World War II. Gopal said his girlfriend had always wanted to visit Paris because it was so beautiful, even more so now, I think, in her memories.
Very romantic.
Well, still to come at 4, we'll meet a local author whose mission is to help children become stronger mentally.
Pat Zelo Miller's latest book is called Be Strong. We'll talk to her about it when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Taco night is heartburn you can plan for, but surprise pizza means heartburn you didn't expect. New Zantac 360 Degrees contains the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn and works in as little as 15 minutes. New Zantac 360.
Update your doors with our great selection of quick set lock sets and deadbolts. Whether you're adding security to an exterior door or simply updating a new lever, you'll save with 11% off on all of our quick set products. Let fresh air in while keeping bugs out with a replacement screen from Menards. Pet-resistant screening is durable and easy to install. Get 11% off all replacement screens. Save on everything to update your home now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm so glad you're okay, Sergeant Houston. This is Sam with USAA. Do you see the tow truck?
Yes, thank you. That was fast.
Sergeant Houston never expected this to happen, or that her grandpa's dog tags would be left behind. But that one call got her a tow and rental, paid her claim, and we even pulled a few strings, making it easy to make things right. That's what we're made for. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
I've made progress with my mental health. So when I started having unintentional body movements called tardive dyskinesia, I ignored them. But when the movements in my hands and feet started throwing me off at work, I finally had to say, it's not okay. It was time to talk to my doctor about Austedo. She said that Austedo helps reduce TD movements in adults, while I continue with most of my mental health medications.
Austedo can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, behaviors, feelings, or have suicidal thoughts. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness. Don't take Austedo if you have liver problems, are taking Resprin, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo may cause irregular or fast heartbeat, restlessness, movements mimicking Parkinson's disease, fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, and sweating.
Talk to your doctor about Austedo. It's time to treat TD. TD is not okay. Visit askforaustedo.com.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Awesome. Well, stocks ended the week lower. They sure did. Let me see where they went. The Dow Industrials fell 299 points, closing at 34,687. The NASDAQ dropped 115, and the S&P 500 was off 32. Well, local author Pat Zelo Miller has been writing about strength and courage and friendship through her series of children's books.
Her previous book, Be Kind, this is it, has been on the New York Times bestseller list. And this is her new book, Be Strong. It's coming out on August 10th. Pat Zelo Miller is here to tell us all about it. Pat, good to see you.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
Congratulations on the book. So what was the inspiration for this series?
Well, initially, I wanted to write a book about kindness because so many schools were having problems with bullying, and I wanted to write a book where the main character kind of has to think through in their head, what does it mean to be kind?
What age group is your target?
They're mostly for kids, kindergartner through 2nd grade, but I've heard of even middle schools that have read the books to their kids to start a conversation.
And this is the 10th and 12th book?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Have they all been similarly themed?
No, those two go together, but the other ones are all standalone titles about different topics.
So in this series, are these characters we get to know in the story on the cover?
Yes. In the first book, Be Kind, the girl on the right is the main character in Be Strong. So it's the same group of kids having different experiences.
Okay, so it's very similar, I would think, to real life, where there are bully kids and there are kids who are vulnerable, and so they learn life lessons through reading
Yes,
this.
exactly.
Wow.
What's your inspiration? Where do these come from?
Well, I spend a lot of time talking to kids in schools, and so I get a lot of inspiration from what they say and what teachers tell me. And then also I've got 2 children of my own that are now basically grown, but I think back a lot to when they were small, and they inspire a lot of what I write.
So this has become your full-time job now, right?
It is, yeah. I worked at American Family Insurance for 18 years, which was great. And then just almost a month ago, I retired, and now I'm doing the books full-time, which was always my goal.
That's incredible.
Did you ever imagine that would happen?
No, because it's so hard to get a children's book published. I got 126 rejections before I sold my first book. It took me 4 years to finally sell a book, and that was working and writing and revising.
Wow.
So it was a major effort.
Who did the illustrations?
Jen Hill is the illustrator for both those books. She lives in Brooklyn. I've met her, but it's not like we sit down and put our heads together. I write the words, and then she goes off and draws the pictures, and I'm amazed at what she does.
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York, yes. Brooklyn, New York.
And you have a contract for, what, 10, 12 more books?
Yeah, I've got 10 more books coming out over the next several years, and I'm always writing new stuff.
Are these books part of the curriculum in area school districts?
I'm not sure. I know Wanakee used Be Kind in all of its elementary schools, and I went and talked to their schools a couple years ago, and I hear from teachers that they use it like it's been an entire school read where everyone in the school reads the book and then they talk about it.
Do you get a sense that bullying is getting worse?
I hope not. I mean, I think bullying is something that's always going to be there, and it's just how do the schools respond, and what do parents do, and how do we try to minimize it?
Well, especially now, it's going to be more important than ever with coming out of the pandemic and going back to school. It's going to be a whole learning curve for kids.
Right.
Yeah. So what's the next in the series?
Well, Be Strong is the second book, and that was when I wanted kids to realize people think of strength and they think of physical strength, but you can be strong emotionally and socially and mentally, and so this book talks about all the different ways you can be a strong person.
And you can learn a lot more about it because Pat has some local events coming up. She's doing a virtual book launch with Mystery to Me bookstore on August 10th. And 7 p.m. at the book illustration for Jen Hill will also be joining her at that event.
Do we not have that graphic? Sorry, we don't want to see stocks right now. Do we have the graphic for the book signing? Pat, by the way, is also doing an in-person story time. Wow, we haven't done that in a long time. There's the virtual book launch. The in-person story time is at Kismet Books in Verona. So mark your calendar. Bring your kids August 14th at 11 a.m. That'll feel great to get back to normal.
It's going to be great to see some kids.
Well, it's great to see you. Congratulations.
Continued success.
Thank you so
Adults should probably read these too. We might have to hand these out in the newsroom.
I think you can keep those and do that.
Thank you. It's great to see you, Pat.
Yes,
Continued
thank you so
success.
Well, still to come at 4, we're headed to the Dane County Fair back after a COVID-canceled year.
The fairest of the fair, our Pam Yankee, is live at the Alliant Energy Center, and she'll join us after Austin's First Warn forecast.
Do you suffer from ED? Did you know there could be a way to relieve ED without harmful medications, needles, or surgery? Peak Performance for Men is here to help. Click or call now to treat your ED. And remember, our results make the difference.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
It's time to invest in care. I care for seniors and people with disabilities so that they can live in their homes. That lets their families go to work. Joe Biden's American Jobs Plan will give working families the support they need and jumpstart our economy.
It's better wages and benefits and opportunities for caregivers who are disproportionately women, women of color, and immigrants.
Tell Congress to pass Biden's plan and invest in care jobs now, because care is essential.
SEIU is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Publishers Clearinghouse is all across America.
It's your last chance to win $5,000 a week for life.
Enter now at PCH.com. August 31st, it could be you.
Awesome.
$5,000 a week for life. Enter now at PCH.com.
Managing type 2 diabetes? You're on it. Staying active and eating right? Yep, on it there too. You may think you're doing all you can to manage type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But could your medication do more to lower your heart risk? Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And Jardiance lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
On it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Well, take a look at this. A Las Vegas steakhouse named Wally claims to have served up the most expensive steak ever sold. A $20,000 behemoth porterhouse, dry-aged almost 200 days, weighing nearly 60 ounces. The eatery says it's offering similar cuts of the super exclusive meat for $1,000 each.
Where is that?
Vegas.
Oh, well, of course. I should have known. It is National Personal Chef Day. That would be you and me.
That's right.
And we're not talking about your mother or your significant other.
No, we're talking about us.
If you know a personal chef or you're lucky enough to employ one, this is a time to celebrate and honor them. The difference between a personal chef and a private one is private chefs work for one client. A personal chef may have multiple clients. They run their own business or they work for a company. Personal Chef Day acknowledges the work and long hours these cuisine masters put into their craft. And remember, a lot of love goes into all of that planning, shopping, prepping, cooking, and of course, cleaning up.
That'd be nice, huh?
That would be very nice.
Ain't gonna happen.
I was just gonna say, we can dream. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man.
Get out and barbecue this weekend.
Yeah, nice weekend ahead.
It's going to be beautiful. I mean, you can do pretty much anything outdoors this weekend. Grilling, it's a must for some out there. With sunshine expected, temperatures in the 80s. But as I mentioned before, we do have some rain chances in the forecast, so find out when. That's coming up.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra?
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers.
Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think, only during Trade Month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's Trade Month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hello and happy Friday. Now we're starting to see quite a bit of some sunshine out there, and we're going to see a lot of it for this weekend coming up. So I hope you like sun. We have plenty of it in the forecast for even most of these next 7 to 10 days. But a few things to note here. A few slight chances for some showers or storms in this extended forecast. Towards the very end of the forecast as well, we have a few more chances for some showers and storms, but warm conditions. It's going to jump to the 80s this weekend. Afterwards, we look very consistent with temperatures generally remaining right around those mid-80s, but the humidity at times next week, it is going to bump up. But notice how this says next week. The weekend still looking like we're going to see relatively a little bit lower dew points, so it shouldn't be as muggy outside. But our Doppler track still looking dry, still keeping all those showers well down to our south and southeast, and it looks like they're moving away from our communities. So we are not going to be expecting any more showers here for today. In fact, we're going to see more and more sunshine overnight. Mostly clear skies are also going to take over. So you can see that happening here on our future track, and you're going to notice not too much actually happening over these next few days. Generally staying dry as well. Notice how this model does try to bring up a few of these lighter rain showers out west, but they just don't like to make it all the way into our communities. A lot of those are going to dissipate before they end up making it here. So that means for us, we're likely going to stay on the drier side of things. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook still does show that we're going to be a little bit drier than average, but also pretty close to average as well. Notice how this is only that first shade on the drier side of things here with that map. So we are expecting a few chances for some showers, possibility of a thunderstorm, but we're talking 9 and 10 days out. Those are going to be our best chances for some showers and storms. Still looking at about a 20% chance now for both Tuesday and this upcoming Friday. So most of us are going to stay completely dry throughout this work week, but there is that very slim chance to see a passing shower on Tuesday and also on that Friday. But our high temperature trend should be right around 82 degrees. We're going to be very close to that here over the next few days, but likely remaining a little bit above. Notice how we jump up into the mid-80s, and then we pretty much hang out in those mid-80s for the rest of that extended forecast. Temperatures currently pretty close to that, but a little bit on the cooler side of things. The following days, again, are going to warm up a little bit more. 79 degrees. Tomorrow, we break into those lower 80s. On Sunday, we're breaking into the mid-80s, and then we pretty much stay in those mid-80s afterwards. Dew points generally in the 50s, though, for a lot of us, so that's great news here. But again, as I mentioned earlier, some spots out west still seeing some a little bit higher dew points as of right now. But our wind speeds looking pretty great, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Not causing any issues as of right now. And the weekend forecast, also a beautiful one. Mostly sunny, warm conditions. Wind speeds, not going to be an issue here for this weekend either, but plenty of sunshine, though. You will need to use some sunscreen if you're going to spend plenty of time outdoors. But your 7 to 10 day forecast, that is still showing a lot of overall sunshine. Still those few rain chances here towards the end of the extended forecast, especially for both Sunday and Monday. In the meantime, we're going to see a lot of sunshine before then. The humidity, notice how that bumps right back up on Monday, and it generally looks to stick around as well. So enjoy the drier conditions we're expecting this weekend. The humidity, not too far away.
It's July.
It's July. It's exactly right.
That's what you get.
Yep.
Right, Austin, thank you.
It's perfect weather to go to the Dane County Fair. And speaking of, today is day 2 of the fair.
And we have the fabulous Farm Babe, Pam Yankee, live at the Alliant Energy Center. How you doing? I'm sorry, what?
Coming up next.
Oh, well, Pam, coming up next. Stay with us.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here with our hottest sale of the year. Get 50% off new energy efficient windows. At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty. Save 50% now. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,000 cash allowance.
I order my groceries online now.
Shingles doesn't care. I keep my social distance. Shingles doesn't care.
I stay within my family bubble.
Shingles doesn't care. Because if you've had chickenpox, you're already carrying the virus that causes shingles. In fact, about 1 in 3 people will develop shingles, and the risk only increases as you age. So what can protect you against shingles? Shingrix protects. Now you can protect yourself from shingles with a vaccine proven to be over 90% effective. Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or to a previous dose. An increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome was observed after vaccination with Shingrix. The most common side effects are pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about protecting yourself with Shingrix. Shingles doesn't care, but we do.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice, 2-piece sofa and love seat or sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Ahead at 5, we just got the okay to stop wearing them. With COVID cases rising in nearly every state, will mask mandates make a return yet again this summer?
We should see a pleasant summer weekend with sunny skies and comfortably warm weather. Humidity should return by Monday and last for the rest of next week. My first warn forecast at 5.
And then at 6, a cool car show this afternoon benefiting local veterans, plus hundreds of thousands of dollars in new grants. How organizations are teaming up to help business owners of color succeed.
Here's a live look at downtown Madison. The sun is out on a Friday afternoon, and the sunny weekend's on tap. Get out and enjoy. An 18-year-old is about to become the youngest person in space, rocketing away with an aviation pioneer who'll become the oldest at the age of 82.
Mola Lengi tells us all about the lucky teenager and how he ended up in the passenger seat.
I am super excited to experience Zero G and City World from above.
That's 18-year-old Oliver Damon. On Thursday, Blue Origin announced that the teen from the Netherlands will be joining Amazon founder Jeff Bezos during the company's first commercial flight with passengers to space.
New Shepard has cleared the tower.
Damon's seat was originally supposed to go to an unnamed person who bid $28 million for the opportunity. Blue Origin says that person can no longer go because of a scheduling conflict.
I am super excited to go to space and joining them on the flight.
Damon, who was an auction runner-up, says that it'll be the most special 11 minutes of his life.
I've been dreaming about this all my life. Now I'll become the youngest astronaut ever.
Along with Damon on the 11-minute flight will be Bezos' brother and aviation pioneer Wally Funk. At 82, Funk will become the oldest person in space.
Hey, that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
It's a lifelong dream for Funk, who was part of Mercury 13, the women-only space group whose spaceflight was canceled back in 1961.
Release, release, release.
Tuesday's launch follows another dream fulfilled.
To all you kids down there, I was once a child with a dream.
looking up to the stars.
On Sunday, Virgin Galactic's Richard Branson became the first person to ride his own rocket out of the Earth's atmosphere.
We wish Jeff the absolute best, and the people who are going up with him during his flight.
Mola Legge, New York.
I don't know if I go on a homemade rocket, but
you can get from Amazon, apparently.
Yeah, right. Well, as we mentioned earlier, today is the second day of the Dane County Fair.
And we have the fabulous Farm Babe, Pam Yankee, live from the Alliant Energy Center. Pam, how you doing?
Hi, Pam. I'm outstanding. This is fantastic. We're all so happy to be back. I'm hearing it. I'm seeing it on the barn signs that the kids have posted, how the future looks bright. And a lot of them are excited because some would have graduated last year and been out, ended their showing career, but they call them the Rona kids. They are basically graduating seniors that got another chance to come back this year. Speaking of seniors, we have to start off this segment with my buddy here, Romaine Ace from Oregon. Now, Romaine has been a staple of the Dane County Fair since I don't know when. His family has been deep and long in the sheep side exhibiting here at the fair, and now we understand that Romaine is going to quote-unquote retire, but you're not going away.
No, I ain't going away. I'm going to stay a little with it. But
How long have you guys been showing?
we started showing in 1972. My own kids.
Right.
And then we're right on from the grandkids to the great-grandkids. So.
Do you still see a lot of the same things in those kids that you did back then?
No.
But well, yeah, sure, because you forget what a rascal you were back then.
I was a good guy.
Oh, sure. So off into the sunset for you.
No, I'm not going completely in sunset. I'm going to be up here at the fair to see what's going on anyway.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to start it off with Romaine because, like I said, he's been a special friend for me all the years that I got to serve on the fair board with him and the shenanigans. The only guy on the fair board that had to have everything mailed to him or call him on the rotary phone because he does not believe in email.
And I don't believe I got no computer either.
But we are glad that he's here. We go from the senior, and in fact, one of his granddaughters, Emma Hag, great-granddaughter. Emma Hag is right next to her. She's got a reserve champion lamb. I'm tight on time. I wanted to talk to Jarish Russell, who is along with me. He is one of those kids that was going to finish up last year, you thought, Garish, huh?
Yeah.
And now this year, it's been all worth coming back. Tell me about all the awards.
This year I exhibited the Reserve Champion Market Steer, the Grand Champion Market Barrow, and the Reserve Champion Market Barrow, and then I also had the Reserve Champion Heifer.
Wow. Tell me what it was like last year, though, to have to stand on the sidelines. You guys kind of lost a big investment when it comes to showing last year.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, there's a lot of money and a lot of time that goes into these projects, and so to not have a spot to show them or sell them, that was really...
Yeah.
Sucked.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah. So now they're calling them Rona kids. So they're kind of graduating seniors that should have finished last year, but they're letting you back this year, kind of, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they're basically letting them finish
kids.
it off. Well, they're all verbal, all so well spoken. But really, Garish is going to be in the sale tonight. He's been one of the kids that's been helping as far as leadership in the show, and I want to make sure that the buyers know that he's going to be on top of the list. And then we got my up-and-comer. This is Jack Tullifson. Where are you from, Jack?
I am from Madison.
Okay. And now tell me about all those ribbons today.
I got this one from my landrace.
Pig. Landrace is a pig.
Pig. My pig landrace.
And what's her name?
Cece.
Yeah, and Cece we left in the barn because Cece would have had to walk a long ways. Just so people know, if you're coming out for tonight's meat animal sale, which starts at 6:45, we're in a new location here in Pavilion 2. That would be the barn closest to the back parking lot, if you will. Come in the back door, buyers, and we're going to be set up in a new location. But it's a very nice barn. Cross ventilation, really beautiful that way. And someday down the road, I'll see you in the center ring, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. Jack.
The fair runs through Sunday. Pam,
you're juggling your earpiece, a microphone, a live cow, 4 people. That was impressive.
Farm Babe Boogie. Farm Babe Boogie tomorrow morning. My tractor parade.
Tractor parade tomorrow.
Parade tomorrow at 11.
All right. Thank you, Pam.
Thanks, Pam. Have fun.
Up next, we're going backstage with Michael Bruno.
He's checking out Janesville Performing Arts Center's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. That's when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
What if
you could help the environment and get a great night's sleep at the same time. The Beauty Rest Harmony Luxe utilizes recovered plastics from the ocean to create a durable and luxurious fabric. And right now at Steinhoffel's, you can get a Queen Harmony Luxe mattress starting at just $14.99. With Steinhoffel's free delivery and 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't make a mistake. Only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto is proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
He's here! He's here! It's happening!
What can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Free installation on windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
This store in Fort Detrick, Maryland, isn't just any store. It's a base supply center operated by Industries for the Blind and Visually Impaired, proudly serving the U.S. military. Inside, you'll find everything from printer ink, pens, and Post-its to the uniforms worn by the men and women who serve our country. You'll also find employees with confidence and charisma. Employees like hope. See how a career at IBVI inspires our employees and how it can inspire you at ibvican.org.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think, only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Burr, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So trees, you won't take me down. When allergies attack, take Allegra.
Before your symptoms take over you.
Live your greatness.
Welcome back. Taking a peek at traffic outside right now. In the Madison area, things are looking pretty good to go, but notice how just up to our north right now, we are seeing a slowdown on I-39. So let's get a little bit more information on what's going on here just up to our north. Just to the north of the Decorah area, I-39 is closed right now from exit 85 Cascade Mountain Road to exit 87 Wisconsin 33. That's closed due to an accident, but it's closed both ways right now. So if you're up north of the Madison area right now and you're planning on traveling around I-39. Right now, there is that road closure that you do need to watch out for. One more time, that is between exit 87 and exit 85, just to our north here.
All right, Austin, thank you. Are tacos your favorite food? Well, do we have a job for you? The spice company McCormick has created what some may call a dream job. The first ever director of taco relations. Oh, and it pays $100,000. The description says the director will be the official eyes and ears for all things taco. Not only will you keep tabs on social media, but you'll also develop recipes, travel, and innovate in the McCormick lab. It's a part-time limited engagement position lasting up to 4 months. If you think you're fit, submit a creative video under 2 minutes. The deadline is July 20th. It's $25,000 a month.
Can you imagine the number of applicants they're going to get for that?
1 or 2.
Wow.
Well, how about a little Midsummer Night's Dream as we approach midsummer?
The Janesville Performing Arts Center is presenting the Shakespearean classic next weekend at the historic Lincoln Tallman House.
Our Michael Bruno goes backstage to check it out.
Tell us a little bit about this wonderful outdoor adventure that people are going to be able to see at the pretty beautiful Janesville Performing Arts Center.
Well, we're putting on a Midsummer Night's Dream in midsummer.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant.
We're doing an outdoor production at the Tallman House, the Lincoln Tallman House in Janesville. And we've kind of taken part of the house, the back of the house, and turned it into a stage. And so it's just this gorgeous backdrop, this historical house.
And is this the first time you've done this?
This is the first time JPAC has tried the
Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have
Shakespeare in the Park, and this is my first time directing with them. So it's kind of a really cool experience.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. This is one of my dream roles.
People have their very distinctive thoughts about doing Shakespeare or not doing Shakespeare. Do you is that something you really enjoy doing, or is it difficult for an actress to say the words of Shakespeare?
It definitely has its challenges. Shakespeare isn't my go-to piece all the time. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you. But I've definitely enjoyed it, and frankly, this has been one of the most enjoyable shows just in and of itself that I've ever gotten to do.
I'll be playing Nick Bottom, the Weaver, and Pyramus. I fear my dear Thisby's promise is forgot. It was really exciting to finally kind of dive into the Shakespeare world, and it's been a lot of fun making this character and coming to life and reading the script and learning what the language means and finding out it's absolutely hilarious. But what see I? No Thisby do I see. Oh, wicked wall from whom I see no bliss.
Did you do outside research into how some of the words mean something different?
I just went with the flow. If I wasn't understanding a word or something, my professor or some other people I know would explain to me what the meaning of certain words were, or what the meaning of certain sentences were. But we also had access to the text sort of transcribed into modern English, so we could more easily understand what the point of what we're saying is.
Use me but as your spaniels.
Sure. Have you ever done a show outside before?
No, I have not. That's a whole new challenge.
Is it a traditional production of it?
I would say that this is more of a traditional. I wanted to keep it more of a traditional for our first production. I didn't want to go too crazy on that. Maybe in the future when we were working with future productions of Shakespeare, we can go a little crazier and interpret it and go more modern. But I felt like as an inaugural production, I wanted to keep it more traditional.
Strike me, neglect me, lose me.
And have you been prepared for the random bird maybe coming in, or maybe a raindrop or two falling on your head?
I'm ready for it. I'm hoping it doesn't rain too hard, because I run around quite a bit and I already fall doing that as it is.
And Michael's joining us now. They're not at the Tolman House. That's the backyard patio.
This is the backyard part where we shot that. Yes, that's true. But the Lincoln Tillman House is actually quite lovely.
Yeah.
And cometh rain or cometh shine, they will do the show outside. I guess the weather's going to be good according to Austin, right, Austin?
Yes, the weather looks great. I don't think there's I can't imagine anything more challenging than Shakespeare. It's really a test of an actor and an actress.
It truly is, because you really have to understand that that's not how we speak now. So when you're learning the lines, if you don't understand what you're saying, it's really kind of difficult. It's an art into itself.
It is.
And like she said, it's like you do some studying. You can do certain places where you can find what those translating words mean in contemporary English, but it's tough.
Yeah, especially if you're used to being on a stage, to be outside.
Exactly.
Birds and cars honking.
And mosquitoes, forsooth.
Is it just the two actors, or is there more?
Oh, no, it's an entire cast.
Okay.
Yes, it's an entire
just the two.
cast. Yes.
Right. So it's A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's July 22nd and 23rd at 6 p.m., July 24th and 25th at 4 p.m. at the Lincoln Tallman House. Reservations, they are required. Call 608-758-0297 or Janesville PAC with a capital J and a capital PAC.org.
What are you doing next week?
Next week, the Penguin Project, which is wonderful. It's Sun Prairie High School.
They do a spectacular job.
They do such wonderful work. They're such a great company. I'm really looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
What are they doing?
They're doing, I think it's a musical variety show of different musical theater pieces.
Oh, that should be great.
Yes, it should be really, really fun.
All right, well, have a great weekend.
Absolutely. I want to be the taco czar.
Yeah.
I'm putting my name in.
Well, send the video.
See?
Check your forecast. Coming up.
Okay, pretty roll playback. 3, 2.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes, and now he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Saturday morning, the latest on the Halderson homicide case.
And sun for days, but it's about to start feeling a lot different out there. We'll update your weekend forecast with a look ahead Saturday morning.
It's one thing to say you have the most accurate forecast. It's another to prove it, and we've done just that.
First Warn Weather has been certified most accurate here in Madison by WeatherRate, an independent research firm. They study every news station's forecast every day, every year, and determine scientifically which forecasts align with the actual observed conditions.
Only one station came out on top, and that's News 3 Now First Warn Weather.
Trust the First Warn Weather team for your most accurate forecast.
Welcome back. One final peek at your forecast does show over the next 12 hours our temperatures will creep down into the 50s in the overnight hours tonight. So a little bit cooler than what we have seen, but we're going to see a lot of sunshine along the way. And once the sun sets, mostly clear skies will take over for the remainder of the night. Wind speeds aren't going to be an issue as well as they keep declining in the overnight hours. Saturday's high 81 degrees, Sunday's high 84. Not a rain chance in sight for this weekend as we're looking at quite a bit of some sunshine, warm temperatures. But I think one of the best parts about this weekend is we're going to stick with the lower humidity with dew points generally remaining in the mid to upper 50s. Then we see those dew points bump up a little bit here by the time we reach Monday. We do have a slight chance of a passing shower or thunderstorm on Tuesday and Friday. Both of those days only about a 30% chance or a 20% chance rather as of right now. But then next Sunday and Monday that does bump up to around a 30% chance. But in the meantime, most of us are just going to see a lot of sunshine this week and we're going to see temperatures remaining in those mid 80s.
All right, Austin, thank you. Sounds pretty good. Monday on Live at 4, our happiness expert has advice on dealing with going back to work.
And film critic Will Loper will tell us what he thinks of the new movie Space Jam: A New Legacy. That's coming up Monday on Live at 4.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think? I love it.
It's time to invest in care. I care for seniors and people with disabilities so that they can live in their homes. That lets their families go to work. Joe Biden's American Jobs Plan will give working families the support they need and jumpstart our economy.
It's better wages and benefits and opportunities for caregivers who are disproportionately women,
women of color, and immigrants.
Tell Congress to pass Biden's plan and invest in care jobs now, because care is essential.
SEIU is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto has proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Well, we come to the end of another week here on Live at 4, but before we leave, we have to check in with our canine correspondent.
Here's Louie and Oliver with this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, hot dogs,
a monkey in a business,
and baby lemur news.
But first, 3 wallabies at the Brookfield Zoo near Chicago gave birth last year, and now their joeys are making their public debut. Experts say it's difficult to determine the exact date of a wallaby's birth. When born, a joey is about the size of a bumblebee. They spend months inside their mother's pouches. One of the joeys is a female named Whitney and is being hand-reared because her mother required medical treatment. She'll be reunited with Mom and the rest of the wallabies soon. The other 2 joeys don't have names yet, and zookeepers aren't sure if they're male or female.
More zoo baby news. A ringtail lemur has given birth to twins at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado. The mother, 8-year-old Allagash, gave birth on July 11th and was holding her babies close to her chest. Zookeepers say the baby lemurs appear to be healthy, but they have not yet been able to determine the sex of the twins. Lemurs are among the most threatened groups of animals, so every birth is a special birth.
Here's something you don't see every day or ever. A small monkey on the run got customers' attention inside a clothing store in Memphis. An employee of the store said the monkey got in through an open back door the day before, but at the time, he thought it was a squirrel and was trying to lure it out with bread. Totally bananas. That obviously wasn't going to work. The common marmoset just jumped from rack to rack, maybe looking for her size. The store manager saw a Facebook post about a missing pet monkey. She contacted the owner, who came to retrieve her pet. Turns out the monkey's name is Ice, and she's home safe and sound.
Finally, some hot dogs. A 9-year-old lab took a dip in a California pool